All right. Hello, 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 my beautiful people out there. Welcome to Life of Sunshine on Wheels, the talk show. Of course, it's your girl Shayna. And guess what? We are back, ready to go live in action. This has been a long time coming, and I've been asked when was the show coming back. Guess what? It's here, and we are ready to go. And we have our very, very, very first guest. Oh my goodness. Okay. So let me tell you all something about my doctor, Kimberly Burrington. hmm My doctor, though. She's mine's first, and then y'all, she's just mine first. That's all I got. Not only
I
is
love
she's that's all I got. Not only is she's my first guest, but of this season, but she's mine's first. Okay, she's my Dr. Burrington first. Let me tell y'all something about this beautiful queen I have here with us. She is a survivor, a thriver, a fighter, bob and weave, pull off an eyelash if she needs to, don't take no for an answer, stand up for what's right, speak her mind. Did I mention she's a boss and a queen? What?
Oh,
A
who is she
CEO?
talking about, y'all? Who is she talking about?
But I'm not finished yet because she's a CEO and founder. Now, 100 Shades and rolling on the road with Dr. Kimberly and Dave. She's a real thing now. Without further ado, welcome Dr. Kimberly Burton.
I love it. I
Thank
am
you very much.
so excited. And I'm trying to think how many years ago. It had to be 2020. It had to be 5 years ago.
Yes.
That, and I'm telling my truth. I saw this advertisement talking about sex in the disabled body. And I thought literally that it was somebody from my church group because I was a part of Southwest 3 Church God in Christ. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought this was somebody out of Lansing. And I said, how dare she do something talking about the disabled community and sexuality? Don't she know I'm just like, she don't know who I are. That's in my wheelhouse. So I send message on Messenger saying,
Yes.
if you want to talk about this show, why you didn't have me to be no guest? Then she's like, oh, well, ma'am, I'm sorry. I didn't know. I'd be more than happy to have you as a guest. Not today because, we already got this going, but we're going to talk about it next time. And I'll make sure I get you. And I was like, how you going to do something right now? And you know me. She was like, ma'am, I don't know you. Yes, you do. So now you're going to play? You're going to play? You're going to act like you don't know me? And you're like, ma'am, I don't know you. And I said, okay, so you got games. I look again. I'm not even talking to the person that I'm thinking that I'm talking to. This is Shayna Thomas in Bel Air, Maryland. This is not, Shayna Thomas here in Lansing, Michigan. And I said, ooh, don't I feel embarrassed? I said, I'm so sorry. I said, I'm too black to turn red. So I'll wait. And then you said, you know what? Since you went through all of that, you could be on the show. Do you mind that your picture's not on the flyer? I said, I don't care about no flyer.
Yes, absolutely.
I said, we have, I said, this is a great topic. And I said, and I'm married. And I said, and I got married. I said, in the chair. So I think I might have a little something I could talk about.
Yeah. And let me tell you all something. Dr. Kimberly taught us a thing or two on that show. And she taught us one thing that I think we all may struggle with, living with a disability, that it will not happen, that we can't get married because of a disability, or we can't be in relations because of a disability. But she proven And a lot of others have proven that it can be done. So I want you all to keep that in mind. Those that are living with a disability, know that you can have love, you can be married, you can have intercourse if you want to. It's all up
If
to
you
you.
want to.
If you want to, it can be done.
And if you
Absolutely.
like it,
Yeah, I mean, if you like it, you love it, you want to test it out, do it. It's okay. You can
I'm here.
do it. It's okay. So, Dr. Burrington, share with us your journey because, of course, a lot of us know, a lot of us may not know, you were not born with your disability.
No, I acquired my wheelchair disability at the age of 47. I am now 59.
Shh, don't tell nobody that because you
I'm
looking.
excited.
Well,
I tell people,
well,
look, I tell people how much I weigh. I tell them how old I am and anything else they want to know.
well, the new 50 is like the new 20.
I don't want to
So
be 20 again.
you don't want to be 20 again, but you're looking good
No,
and you're
ma'am.
wearing it well.
No, ma'am. I don't want to regress. I want to look like I look and keep moving forward.
There you go. Well, you looking good and keep it going. You gotta let us know what you putting on over there. You know, smooth, skin smooth like butter and all that other good stuff. But Dr. Burrington, share with us what you experienced in your journey. You are a cancer survivor. You're a stroke survivor. Share with us because let me tell you something.
Heart attack.
Yes, the death of your husband. You've experienced running for a House representative.
Surgeries.
Tell us, share with us. Tell us what all has happened during this life journey so far and how you are still moving, how you are still going on, keeping strong and encouraging yourself as well as others. Share with us everything that you want to share and that you have experienced in this journey so far.
Oh, we don't have enough time. I couldn't even begin to tell it all. I can do some highlights. Actually, I'll just start where I am right now.
Yes.
I've probably spent most of last week crying because I thought that I had overcome just certain areas in my life.
Yes.
I love it when I Google my own self. Y'all need to do it. See what's out there, what's being written about you. And when you click your name, once you Google, it gives you the option to check what AI is saying.
Okay.
And then AI will tell you all the sources of where they're getting their information from. And so when I read that, I've had to do it. I need some tissue.
Sure, go ahead. We can laugh, cry, do what you got to do to get it out.
I have had to AI myself last week because it was a difficult week. And when I AI myself, some will say she's a prominent figure in the state of Michigan. They'll say she is this, guru when it comes to advocacy and helping people with disabilities. She changes laws. She changes people's mind. They get very detailed. And so if they talk about my advocacy, there's a section that you can click. Do you want to know more about what she's done to advocate? And you can click on that. And then they list different accomplishments and different things that I've done. And I needed to remind myself of who I am and what I've done. Because on last week, I just had to be Kimberly, the patient. And Kimberly, the patient, it was pretty difficult for her.
Yeah.
I have lost over 100 pounds. I have difficulty with swallowing. So that's where a lot of, the weight loss came from, is not being able to eat solid foods. And the fact that I don't eat meat, I don't eat bread, I don't do sugars. Um, and if I drink like a tea, I use honey or maple syrup. So most people don't know that maple syrup, not the pancake syrup, but it's called grade A maple syrup that you use as a sweetener if you choose to do that instead of doing honey. Honey is kind of messy. Oh, and she shows the picture. Yeah,
There
that's
she
me.
is. While we're here talking about this, I want thank you, Dr. Kimberly, first for allowing me to do this and show this picture of you. Now, Dr. Burton, continue on sharing this weight loss journey and the things you've experienced.
So on last week, I was crying because they're talking about putting a feeding tube in.
Mm.
I'm only getting about 560 calories a day. How I'm surviving off of that, only God can tell you.
That's right, only God. Yes.
And I do it. Sometimes my days are long, 10, 12 hours based off what I need to get done or who I'm helping. And I'm doing it on 560 calories. And so they're like, that's not enough.
Mm-hmm.
So that made me sad.
Yeah.
So what does that look like? And I felt like a failure because I didn't figure it out. God didn't come down and give me, this miraculous key to life and as it relates to me and this whole eating piece. And then there were things in my medical record that, I'm always helping people with things like that. How to talk to your doctors,
Right.
How to advocate for yourself. And when I was told that I was not going to be heard, I was not going to be listened to because they are the doctor, they are the expert. And I said, but nobody is the expert. I said, I'm a doctor too. And I said, but right now I'm a patient.
Yes.
And I said, but nobody has the right to tell me what should be a part of my narrative. That's something I get to do. Mm-hmm. And you don't get to tell me that.
That's right.
And she goes, well, then this doctor's appointment is over. And it's going to be the way that I say.
Oh.
That was a slap in the face. And then I got signed up I'm in this program, but I have a new case manager. And in the write-up, they said that I was wheelchair bound.
Hmm. Now, how did that make you feel when you saw
that? Cut me. That cut me deep.
Hmm.
What did Donkey say to Shrek? He's like, you cut me deep, Shrek. You cut me deep. You cut me deep, Shrek. That cut me deep. So those three things happening in the same week. So I need to go look and see who am I? Because right now you're telling me I'm nothing, and this is what I fight against. A system, an ableist system that I'm just seen as some wheelchair bound chick that does not get to have an input about the narrative of her life.
On her. Yes. And I know some have experienced this. A lot of us have experienced this. Mm-hmm. It's like they're telling you, you don't know your body. You don't know what's going on. You don't know, but yet you live with this body every day. You feel the aches, the pains, you feel it all, but you don't know. Yeah.
That right there, that ooh. And I had to remind myself of how far I've come.
Yes.
The things that I've done. And I need to be that systemic advocate for myself.
Absolutely.
This is what you do. This is what you do best, Dr. K. Come on now. Get up. Clean your face up. Go get a fresh pair of lashes. Because you done got them so wet, they don't even work. They need to dry out. They're too soggy to even put back on.
Yeah.
But that was, hurtful to experience systemic ableism. And then when I mentioned about how I was written about, being this wheelchair bound person with all of these issues, and I said, I'm shocked that you would even choose to use bound to describe me.
It's like they looking at us wheelchair users, well, you at this time, like you're locked and chained.
Mm-hmm.
You're not free because you're in a wheelchair.
That I can't even. It's almost if a white person comes up to you and calls you, if you're a man, calls you boy. If you're a woman, calls you a girl.
Mm-hmm.
It's that kind of slap, that type of disrespect.
Yes.
That you would say, and the sentence read, and Dr. Kimberly, who is wheelchair bound, you're trying to frame. And what I was told is I am not allowed to frame the narrative about myself.
Oh,
I don't have that right. It's right here in email. So I have it forever and ever to be able to go back and read that. And
well,
I didn't even go ahead.
Because I want to understand this. What do they mean by you don't have that right?
That I don't have the right to that's not how the program works. Whatever is written about me, then I need to accept that.
No.
And that it is not.
No.
Let me see.
No.
Hold on. Let me pull up the is this the one?
I feel as though just because you're, or just because we are wheelchair users, people who live with disabilities, we don't have to accept anything, especially when it's negative, especially when it will not do anything to help us grow in any way, shape, or form, especially if it doesn't allow us to be free to be who we are and who we want to be. We don't have to accept anything negative. We don't have to accept what someone else says, whether they are a professional or not.
Mm-hmm.
And they have no right to treat us less than because we are wheelchair users. We are people that live with disabilities. They have no right to, and we don't have to settle for what they're saying or what they think. That's what I think. That's just my opinion.
I agree with your opinion. I agree.
And I know some may say, well, yeah, that's easier said than done. But we have to continue to keep fighting, keep advocating, keep pushing. In the days we are in now, baby, it's a lot of fighting we're going to have to do, everyone.
They sent this to me through secured messaging. So I'm just waiting for it to go through here it is. Authentication process.
Well, if you all are tuning in to Sunshine on Wheels, the talk show, today we're here with my very first guest of this season, Dr. Kimberly Barrington, and she's sharing her journey and the things that she is doing and going through right now in this life, hoping that we can encourage someone else along the way, whether you're living with a disability or not, whether you know someone that has a disability or not. We're just trying to encourage someone and maybe touch and help someone else along the way because someone may be experiencing this. And take it away, Dr. Barrington.
So, what I do appreciate is the person who did the writing said that they were corrected immediately. But when they sent it up, because this is all a part of my programming packet for my care.
Okay.
And I was told, so the response back was that the only thing that I needed to do, it says my participation on all of this, what was being submitted, is to reviewing the numbers in my budget and signing it. And that's it. And that it will not, a summary concerning me cannot be authorized by me, nor will it be accepted. And it is not part of my participation on this. And my only participation is to review the numbers and sign the budget.
Oh, so you mean to tell me the only thing you good for is to review numbers and sign the budget and not care about your body and not care what they say they
What's being said about me?
yeah, and not caring what's being said. Oh. So
But
basically
but I
you
do
don't have
but what I do appreciate though is what I said to the person. That's systemic ableism. Everything that you wrote up and then telling me that I can't change it. I said, I am not asking you to write a short bio concerning me as if I was doing a speaking engagement. That's not what I asked. But if there's a section that you have to talk about me, why I fit into this particular program, what my goals are as it relates to the program and how it's going to assist me, then that needs to be written in a positive manner.
absolutely. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. That needs to be written in a positive manner. And I won't accept anything less than that. No.
Hello, there it is. Never accept anything less than, no matter what situation you are in, no matter if somebody is trying to force something on you, do not accept it.
And I appreciate the fact that he was extremely remorseful.
Mm-hmm.
Remorseful. That's the best way I can
put it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was like, how can you have this job? How did you even get hired? And you're using language that is so insensitive and it's contrary to who I am. You see me come in this building dang near every day. You know the work that I've done. And to use any type of languaging that is disparaging me and my character and who I am, and that does not portray me in a positive light.
Positive light, yes.
How did you even feel comfortable with writing it? He goes, I don't know. I didn't even think about it. And nobody has ever said to me anything about the terms that I'm supposed to use or not use. He said, so thank you for teaching me. But I want everybody to know the tone and tenor in which I'm using now is the same one that I used with him when I spoke to him. I didn't respond back via email. I came in and talked to him personally.
Yes. Face to face.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And not talking down, not being disrespectful, meaning nasty, but getting your point across in a very smart educated, nice way.
Correct.
Mm-hmm. And letting
Correct.
him know, Mister, I'm not like someone else. I know how to speak up and talk for myself. And I know a thing or two, and I'm going to teach you a thing or two. But
Yep.
sometimes it bothers me, Dr. Burton, because why can't these people just ask? If you're not comfortable, if you're not familiar in a situation, why can't you just ask? Okay, well, I want to ask you some things because it's some things that I'm not aware of, that I don't understand. Can you help me, invite me into your world? Communicate with me because it's some things that I don't know. How hard is that?
It's not difficult.
But I don't
That
get it. Why they
that
make it so
part
difficult?
that part is not difficult. You know, the piece that's missing is to have to say that I was wrong,
Don't
or
want
that I
that.
didn't, or that I didn't know.
But it's okay. It's okay to say that you're wrong. It's okay to not know because we all don't know everything and we all have been wrong quite a few times in our lives. It's okay to admit it.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay to apologize. It's okay to say, I don't know. Can you please help me? Because I'm coming into this thing. I'm not going to
And then,
assume that you know it all.
and then the other piece is in the second paragraph. I'm reading it. It says Dr. Kimberly is divorced and lives alone.
Say what?
Every
When did this happen?
Thank you. Everybody,
That
including the
labeling.
rest, know that my husband died.
Yes.
Child, when I was telling my partner, I said, literally, even the governor and the lieutenant governor know
Michigan knows.
of the state of Michigan know that my husband had died. I said, in fact, at the other end of this table, I have a condolence letter signed by her. And then right up underneath that, I have this huge tribute that she and the lieutenant governor wrote about my husband, and they both signed it. So the tribute is about this. It's huge. It's huge. And then the condolence is just, regular 8.5 by 11,
Yes.
paper that she signed. And I said, if my governor and my lieutenant governor know that my husband had died, surely
you would know.
Folks right here in my work suite.
Wow.
I mean, where you been for the last, 2.5 years on a rock?
Right. That's what they're labeling again. They put those labels.
And my thing is, where we work, when you go into the workspace, my husband's name is right there. It says this staff workspace, named after, Stanley Barrington, was generously donated by Dr. Kimberly Barrington.
Huh.
So that right there, why would we be divorced? Why would I spend that kind of money to have his name on a plaque on the wall? Come on now. I mean, just make it make sense. Let's just use a little common sense.
That part.
Just about
that labeling. That's that labeling thing again, Dr. Burns.
But my thing, if you don't know, just ask.
That's it. That's it. And that's all.
I promise you, I didn't even tell. I had an appointment outside of the VA, and they ask you to sign in online, check in online.
Mm-hmm.
So when I go to check in online, it says marital status, widowed. I'm like, who that word to change this to widow? I never had an opportunity to change it. So when I came in for the heart attack right after my husband died, the hospital immediately changed it to widow. So I want to say thank you to U of M for them taking the time to do that for me, because I don't know that I could have checked the box yet.
Right.
I would have just said I was still married.
Right. Because you experienced you had your heart attack while I would say while going through the situation of Mr. Burrington no longer being with you. Now, can we speak on that just a little bit?
Yes, yes.
Okay, okay.
I mean, when
Now,
you look at it, so he was only gone. The funeral was the 12th
mhm,
of May.
May, yes,
I had the heart attack the 18th of May. The hospital immediately changed my record to widowed. So it got changed while I was in the hospital because well, when you come in with a heart attack, they pull up all your information. They don't ask you all the stuff, they're working on you, trying
right,
to get everything done. And I don't even think I even talked to anybody from patient intake, even afterwards, because I was in the hospital for a little bit. I was
yes,
there for a minute, and they just dealt with my heart issue. They went into my heart, did some things, but they never came, from patient services to ask me any questions. So when I had my first cardiology checkup when I came out the hospital, I had to go to the cardiologist 2 weeks later. And I'm going through, they said, go online to check in. So I went to check in. They had already filled everything out saying that I was widowed.
mm.
So I feel like if U of M thought enough of me to make that change in my record,
Then the person that's in the same building with you, where you work and help build a room from your husband, is dedicated to your husband, a room that you helped build and you dedicated, put that honor on his name in that building, and you don't know that I am married, that I was married. So you assume that I was divorced, and you that's it. So I mean,
and I do want to say this for the listening audience, for the viewing audience. However you're getting this information, it's coming through by ticker tape. It may seem petty. Like, why is she fussing about that? Why, it was just, it's like a snowball.
yes,
Anybody who lives in a state where it snows and you go out, you start with a little bitty ball. You get a little bitty ball that fits in your hand. And then you roll it along the ground.
bigger.
And it gets bigger and bigger and bigger till, you may have taken all the snow off of the grass and you have your base, because that's what we like to do. The first thing everybody want to do is make a snowman.
Mm-hmm.
And you decide based on the ball in your hand how big you want it to be as you keep rolling. So the information about you that is negative and disparaging, it starts out in this little ball in the hand of one person, and then as it rolls and it goes to the next person, they add something else to it that is just as disparaging because they don't have the languaging to look at me and say something different.
Right.
Because then it'll be that she's Black and she's bald and she's disabled and she's wheelchair bound. That ball it went from this right here to this right here. Then the next person will add something else to it, not able to participate in life the regular way. Now the ball has gotten this big. So if I don't take that ball out of their hands and smash it up, I say, let's start this over with something positive.
Yes.
Then we'll have this big, huge negative ball, and it'll get added to that AI narrative. And then people, they're always going to look you up when they want you to speak, but they always like to check first and see.
Yes.
They gonna Google you.
Mm-hmm.
They gonna
Google me, baby. Mm-hmm.
And so that's the importance of the narrative. I met this wonderful person just in passing. I was out with a colleague and made a connection. And what if that, because they were able to pull me up, well, who are you? Okay, well, this is my name. Just type it in. That's the easiest way. Because I don't like to say all that stuff. I really don't. So I let people read it. That's the importance of it. Out of that, this man is in charge of a Christian athlete group for the whole state of Michigan. And imagine having a negative narrative about me
written
would lose that opportunity for us to be able to connect.
Yes. Because
it's like, oh, I'm so sorry on that wheelchair. Sorry, but you must not know who I are and how I live. But
don't have a clue.
But it starts that avalanche just going from that one little ball.
Yep, that one little small negative thing. Yes.
It grows and it gets bigger and bigger, and then it ends up becoming this big, huge avalanche that just crashes on top of my head.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got to go back and figure out what just happened. Okay, the calls aren't coming. I can't reach. People are not responding. And then you find out, well, I read this about you, so I thought you weren't able to. So that's why we didn't, because it's like, yeah, she's not up to it. She's not capable of doing that.
Mm-hmm. Which is so untrue. So untrue.
But that's how it happens, though.
Of course. Absolutely. 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 Well, Dr. Barrington, I want you to share some things with us, because we talked about your husband passing and you experiencing a heart attack while going through that. Share with us, because some of us, especially in the community of living with a disability or the African American community, maybe others, are not aware of some things. Like one thing that you did, you were able to donate your husband's body.
Mm-hmm.
Share with us that experience and how you feel about it and your thoughts on how important it is.
My dad was blind.
Mm-hmm.
And you would ask him, well, how you doing, Bishop? Because he was a bishop in the Church of God in Christ United. And you say, Bishop, how you doing? He said, nothing that $1 million and a new pair of eyes wouldn't do me. Mm-hmm. Well, in order for him to get a new pair of eyes, somebody would have to donate some eyes.
Yes.
They would have to donate some eyes. And when my husband and my dad met, he said, well, how you doing, Bishop? And he said, nothing that $1 million and a new pair of eyes wouldn't do. And my husband said, well, sir, I tell you, I would give you mine if I didn't need them right now. He goes, but if I ever don't need them no more, he said, you're more than welcome to have them. Mm-hmm. And so that conversation resonated in my mind when I got the phone call from Gift of Life, Michigan.
Now, can you share with us, what is Gift of Life of Michigan?
Gift of Life is national and international, and it is, a nonprofit that basically you donate, and they have the people that need it. They don't. The only thing that they do is educate people on donating, how to do a donation, what that looks like, what happens during the donation, and know the first thing that they tell you is that if you are a donor, no, we don't let you die. And that less than 3% of the people who want to be donors, have it on their card, actually get to be a donor in the way that they think. Um, and so all of them are called Gift of Life. Just if you're in Maryland, then it'll be Gift of Life Maryland. So
Okay.
then just your state is added to the end of it, but all of them are called Gift of Life. And then I know all of y'all have watched ER and other shows where they were always talking about calling UNOs when somebody needed an organ, and that's how they end up getting the organ. That UNOs, you get put on that list if you need kidney, lungs, a heart, and then all of your information is on that list with UNOS. And when somebody dies, then it'll say, hey, as soon as all of it, because they ask me everything from blood type to the type of life that he lived. They ask a lot of personal questions. They ask me everything about his medical history. And then they do, once you say yes, after, they ask you the questions and you answer them and you say yes, then the body comes to them and they try to take as much, as they're able to get. So there are two different types of death. If you die like he did, he had a heart attack, that's called a heart death. And the only thing that they can get from you are your eyes, your skin, your arteries, your veins, and your bones.
Okay.
But if you are in the hospital on life support, that is considered a brain death. And then they can get everything.
Okay, including the heart and things like that.
The heart, the lungs, the liver, the pancreas, what they say, everything from the rooty to the tooty.
Everything from the rooter to the tutor.
Mm-hmm.
So, Dr.
Because
Burrington.
they can take, pieces of intestine, all that can come out if you're, in the hospital and you have been pronounced brain dead. So that out of the 100% of donation, only 3% come from brain death. So that's why people think that, oh, if I ever get, put on a respirator, they just gonna pull me off. No.
So they can have my body and donate.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
It doesn't work that way. So what happens if they come back and they say that there is no brain activity and it doesn't seem as though there will be, and it goes by percentages. And if you fall in that percentile, that you're not coming back this way, that you will always be hooked up to this machine and non-responsive, then they ask the family, would you consider? If they say that they would possibly consider, then that's when they call someone from Gift of Life. They have a team that just does that comes to the hospital, meets with you, and tells you everything that you need to know to make an informed decision.
Wow. Now, Dr. Burrington, when we were talking before the show, you shared that Mr. Burrington helped over 115 people.
Yes.
He's still here. He's still walking around. You may not see him. You don't know who with who, but he's still here. How does that make you feel to know that you were able to pass this on to someone else? How does that make you feel?
There aren't any words that could express how it does make you feel. I can tell you those persons that I have talked to, when they find out that I donated his bones because they took both of his legs, those folks, I'm telling you, that is the most difficult to get. even before a kidney, is getting those bone marrow transplants, especially for persons of color. Because in order to do a bone marrow transplant, the person who's going to get tested, they have to go in their hip and they have to go in and suck out,
bone marrow.
the bone.
Mm-hmm.
It's very painful. So you don't have a lot of people lining up to do that.
To do it.
So a lot of people die because there's just not enough. And one lady, when she found out that I had donated his bones, for bone marrow, she said, wow, she just cried and cried. She cried profusely. And I said, oh no, what happened? And she said her sister died because she didn't get
yes,
she didn't
transplant. Yes.
She didn't get it. That.
Wow. I mean,
that made my heart, kind of skip a beat. And since I found out in February, I've had 5 people tell me that they lost someone because they did not get the bone marrow transplant and tell me thank you.
Yes.
For doing it. They said, wish we had known each other. We don't even know if it would have been a match or not. And all of these deaths occurred, years ago. But however, their families still continued on lobbying for people to please donate, be a donor, please be a donor. And all of them, became donors or put themselves on the list, because of it, because they saw the importance, of needing it. And to have gotten those hugs saying thank you, that somebody else's family member was saved, it touched you right here.
Yes.
Just right here. And I said, God, thank you.
Oh, yes, you got to thank the man upstairs. Oh, absolutely. So, Dr. Burton, I mean, you are what we call a survivor. The Destiny Child's got that song, I'm a survivor. I'm going to give up. I'm not going to quit. Let me tell you something. They made that song with you in mind. Because, baby, let me tell you, you are beautiful, intelligent, boss, a fighter. You survived cancer. You survived a heart attack. You're a stroke survivor. 5 head surgeries while being awake. A wheelchair user. And yet, you're still here. You're still going. You're still fighting. You're still educating. You're still showing others what it's like to be a boss. And I want to tell you from the bottom of my heart that I thank you and I love you and I truly appreciate you, because what you don't know, Dr. Burton, is that you have done a lot for me in my life. And I really thank you from the bottom of my heart. Because you'd be surprised at what a person is going through, but you don't have to say anything. But then when you talk to someone that you know, and they can figure out what's wrong with you, but yet encourage you while you're going through your situation, Dr. Burton did it. And I mean, I want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart, because a lot of people don't know that. Well, I'm quite sure a lot of people know my daughter went into the Army.
Yeah.
18. My baby gone. 18. And speaking with a veteran here, Dr. Burton, Navy, she shared with me some of her experience. And I tell you, you lifted a load off my shoulder to know that my baby going to be all right, because I spoke with a veteran, Dr. Kimberly Burton of the Navy, and she shared with me some of her experience. And I want to say thank you because of that. I want to thank you for always believing in me and pushing me.
Wait a minute. I just posted a show last week that I'm talking about you and my earrings that I had on, that they were gifted from you because you were into crocheting jewelry then. I feel like you my baby sister, that whatever you get into and you decide to do,
You
okay, honey,
encourage it.
what you doing? What you doing now?
Uh-huh.
Okay, I got you.
Uh-huh. You encourage it. You
You
encourage
know,
it.
here go a couple of dollars. Go get you some
Uh-huh.
supplies.
Uh-huh. You encourage it. You encourage whatever it is, everyone, whatever it is that I want to do. Dr. Burton encourages it. She encouraged the crochet, the body butter, the lip gloss. Oh, Jesus. What else, Dr. Burton? Body scrub, whatever it is that
This
I
is,
want
I
to
said,
do.
what is we doing now? And then something, wait a minute, something that you had, and you needed a printer. So I was like, okay, what you need?
Uh-huh.
Well, see, I need this, and this to get my business done. And I'm gonna do this. I was like, mm-hmm.
Printing
So
labels.
okay.
Yes, printing labels for packages. Uh-huh.
I just thought, okay, all right. So I was sitting down. I said, well, let me look at my budget. And I was like, well, okay. What did she do last time? Mm. So then I was like, let me just send her a little something, help her along the way. I could just scream. I'm like, oh Lord, do I gotta fly up to Maryland? What happened? What is going on? Because I didn't tell her that, what they call it. I made a, a angel donation for her capital campaign and her fund, which I
Yeah.
think you were able to buy a print. You were able to
Uh-huh.
buy a whole print, pay it off, and then
Mhm.
buy some other stuff. I mean, it's just nice to be able to drop those kind of seeds without
And
saying anything and
thank
just,
you. And I want to
but
say
she
I
asked
thank
me.
you. I didn't. I mean, she just goes along with whatever I'm doing next. At this point, Dr. Burton just goes along with whatever's next for me. Like me starting back up this talk show again. She just okay, I'm here for you. What day you need me on, I'm here. Okay. So send over your picture, please, Dr. Burton. Okay. And she sends me over 2 pictures to choose from. Yes. Yes, she just goes with me wherever I go at this point. And half the time, I don't know where I'm going, but she goes with me. And we'll see where we end up at this point. But Dr. Burton, I want to say I thank you very much from the bottom of my heart.
It is my pleasure.
I
I get
thank
so
you.
many compliments about my Mr. and Mrs. Barrington.
Okay.
And
Burton there.
yes, because for a minute there, you were strictly into doing baby blankets and
Mm-hmm.
with teddy bears to match.
Mm-hmm.
And I got one of each of those.
Yes, his and her teddy bear
Mhm.
blanket, the Burrington Bears. Yes, absolutely.
And
Now,
they actually they're sitting in my rocking chair that I had when
with
my daddy bought it for me when I was 5 years old.
and they're sitting in that chair. Hello, hello.
Oh, wait a
Thank
minute. So they're part of my decor in my living room. Let me see. I can lean over. Don't let me fall out the chair, Lord.
Yeah, don't let her fall out the chair, Lord.
Um, okay. Let me see. I got a picture of it. Y'all gonna get this in real time.
We had Dr. Burton got a picture for us, y'all. Oh my
And that thing next
goodness.
to it, I have my TV stand. Well, I'll keep that in there. I ain't gonna crap all that out.
Oh,
This is
the
too cute. And I was trying to decide if I wanted to refurbish the chair, and I was like, nope, I
nope,
want every little dink and pink and everything in it. Okay,
absolutely.
all right, I just sent it to you.
Okay. Yep, here it is. Now you get to see what what I've done, and Dr. Burton went along with it. She went along with it.
We do what we do.
Yes, we do. And at this point, hello. All right, you all, now it's coming up here. All right, image file. Here we go. Getting ready to come on in. Um, this is the Barrington Bears. His and her, the Barrington Bears, one of a kind, the one and only.
Because she's pink and purple, and then she's got her little spit curls are pink and purple, and then she has a little tail in the back. That is pink and purple.
Absolutely. And those are Mr. and Mrs. Barrington Bears. Absolutely. Well, I thank you for your support always, Dr. Barrington. Now, can you please tell us what you have next coming? What's going on next?
Oh my gosh. There's so much on the hopper. And I'm trying to think of what can I talk about? Okay, since my partners talked about it out loud, the next thing is going to be building accessible houses that are prefabricated. So we build the walls inside, and then we go to the site and put them up, and boom.
All right. So now you're moving on to building. I know that's right. Ain't no stopping her now. She's on the move. Huh. That's all I got, y'all.
Yeah. And then the other thing is just stepping up my mentoring game.
Okay.
You know, I mentor a lot, but I actually took on a doctoral candidate, and yeah.
Oh, now
it's one thing to go through the process yourself, and then when someone else goes through it, I think many of us, especially people of color, don't get to have someone to go along with them on that journey.
Right.
It's long and it's tedious. What's that song? Tedious journey. And but to have somebody who's been there and can help them along the way, I've been enjoying it.
Awesome.
You know, time is your biggest commodity that anybody has.
Yes.
And how you use your time is what makes you, you know, a wealthy person. Absolutely. So I like to use my time, my talents, and my treasures. I like to share them with those people that are going to move forward and that they're working on things that will impact other people.
Absolutely. TTNT. Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, Dr. Barrington, before I let you go, is there any encouraging words you want to leave for everyone out here in the world?
Well, everybody wants to know why I wear purple. And I've had a plethora of reasons. But right now, moving forward, what the Lord told me, that purple is my superpower. It draws people in, and it helps me to inspire, to influence, and to impact. Because if you see every picture that you see on me on the internet, it's purple. And in each picture, there was something that I was either influencing, inspiring, or impacting, or doing all three at the same time.
Yes.
And so I would suggest that there are two important days in your life. Number one is the day that you're born. Number two is the day that you find out why. And when you find out why, from on that day, you need to surround yourself and feed yourself with the things that will aid you in your purpose and who you are and what you've been called to do.
You gave me a word. That's for sure. Absolutely.
So thank you for having me. I think that's, you know, where I am. This year marks 12 years since I've been in a wheelchair. And I am more whole, more healthy than I ever have been walking around. I was actually more crippled when I was walking around than I ever have been being in a wheelchair. And so I have embraced this time. And if you're a Bible reader, it's in your Bible if you read it. When he said that there was a thorn that was in my side that I prayed 3 times and asked God to remove. But God said, my grace is sufficient, for thee. And I thank God for the sufficient grace that he has given me to have this thorn, and you will, of a wheelchair in my side. I am grateful. Because on October 17th of 2013, I was reborn.
Mm.
And I found out that day, the day why I was born.
Well, I thank you for following in your purpose.
Mm-hmm. Thank you for inviting me. I appreciate it.
I thank you for being here. You're truly amazing. You're a rock star in my book.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Well, Dr. Burrington, before I let you go, I know I've already said this. Please let everyone know where they can find you at.
They don't know where I am?
Your social medias.
Oh, that part.
Yes, that part.
Ooh, is y'all ready? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you can find me on Instagram as Dr. Kim Barrington. You'll see my logo of 100 Shades on there.
Mm-hmm.
You can find me on LinkedIn, Dr. Kimberly Barrington, and you'll see my logo of 100 Shades on there. I have my YouTube channel, which is 100 Shades of Diversibility, and you'll see the big purple logo on there. And on Facebook, Dr. Kimberly Yvonne Barrington. And then I have 100 Shades of Diversibility has a page. Rolling on the Road has its own page. And Dr. Kimberly Kennedy Barrington for state rep. I have a page for when I ran for state representative.
I tell you, this lady she does it all. There's nothing that you can't do. As long as when you put your mind to it, you good to go. You could do it all.
Mm-hmm. But anywhere that wheelchair could go.
Hello. Oh, I got to have you back on because Dr. Burrington, you all have a story about the wheelchair and going up steps and scooting on down the steps. Dr. Burrington.
Oh, I have the best pictures of some stairs that, yes.
We got to do a part 2.
And the fun part about it, on one of them, when I had to scoot down the stairs, the lieutenant governor of Michigan scooted down the stairs with me.
Look at that.
Scooted
this lady
down.
is going into rooms that's not accessible to her need.
He said, if that's how you came down, if that's how you have to get down, then I'm going to get down that way with you. So he got down on that stairs and scooped down. Again, video that I've never released. The pictures that we took, never released them, because once we got down to the bottom of the stairs, he helped get me back into the wheelchair.
The Lieutenant Governor of Michigan helped Dr. Burrington get into her chair. Okay.
Yeah. See, that's how I roll, And then there was one stair that we had to come down to get out. He goes, "Oh, I got this." He goes, if I could, scoot down, I certainly can wheel you down. So he got me down that last stair. And needless to say, he's running for governor, and I will be voting for him because he scooted down the stairs for me. So I know he's a leader who is a servant leader that will, get in there with the people.
Absolutely. And support. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Yes. Well, this time around, I'm for real, Dr. Burrington. Okay. I want to say thank you very much for tuning in to the talk show Life of Sunshine on Wheels. And of course, we got to have you back for a part 2.
Oh, absolutely. I'll be back.
Thank you very much. All right. So, everyone, I want to say thank you very much for tuning in. Thank you for your likes, your love, your heart, your comments, and continue to keep us in prayer. And if you would like to be a guest on the show, please email sunshine on wheels with a Z, not an S, at gmail.com. All right, now, y'all. Bye.